Hello everyone, I'm Gareth, Master974, back again today, and welcome to the continuation of the Halo Campaign Evolved playthrough. And as you can see here, we're in the menu. Why are we in the menu? Well, it's because when you go into a level, once you've collected some schools, then you can actually specify which schools you want on. Now, this is a new play session, this is why I'm showing this. But yeah, the two schools that we got in the previous two parts are actually something we can turn on and enable if we wanted to, but we chose not to. And yeah, we're just going to start the game, wait for the loading screen, and then once the sort of introductory cutscene starts, then I'll begin with the post commentary proper. So here we go.
The Covenant network is absolute chaos. From what I've been able to piece together, their leadership ordered all ships to abandon Halo when they found the Flood, but they were too late. The Flood overwhelmed this cruiser and disabled it. The Covenant are terrified the Flood will repair this ship and use it to escape from Halo. They've sent in a strike team to neutralize the Flood and repair the ship for immediate departure. I've got a lock on Captain Key's CNI transponder signal. He's alive and the implants are intact. There's some interference from the cruiser's damaged reactor.
Well, that's not good now, is it? Alright, what's this? Ah!
Oh, I see. The coordinate data needs to be... Right, sorry.
Damn it, Cortana. Had to be like rotated around or something. But under new management, so this is where we begin the level keys. And pretty sure this level can be beaten really quickly, as I think I would have said in one of the previous parts of the playthrough that I saw someone do like a speedrun and they was at like 3 minutes or something for the whole level. And I've also actually watched a couple of the legendary All Schools On guides from the Halo Completionist, and this level's like 7 minutes or something, so I can only assume that there's some sort of major skip you can do, which makes this level really easy. Now if memory serves, at least in sort of normal Halo 1 or Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, that there is a sort of Covenant barrier that you can use, and if you plasma pistol overcharge it, it deactivates, and if you stand in a very particular spot at a particular angle, then it ends up transpiring that you can go through the ceiling and just sort of navigate out of bounds to get to where Captain Keyes is, which we'll be getting to soon enough. I'm sure it's around this area where it was supposed to be if it was a sort of normal Halo 1, but as you can see here, there's a bit of a drop, and it looks like you can jump over to effectively where the hangar bay is. And of course that's my brother accidentally throwing a grenade because he's been well, I think he was trying to see if he can hit the enemies. I tried to jump and it looks like I should have made that, but unfortunately we don't quite make it. And yeah, there's no cutscene there. I think in Halo 1 there would have been a cutscene there, but no, we just seamlessly go straight down into this sort of rocky area beneath the ship. So now we need to find the grav lift and use it to get back into the ship and find the captain. So anyway, I've got some things to talk about, and as I mentioned, one of the things was legendary All Schools On, and it looks like James is dead. Yes, James died right there. That was not very good, and it looks like I'm in a bit of trouble here as well. Do I die? I mean, I wouldn't leave the death count lingering this long if I die now, do I? Oh wait, no. Okay, I survive. That's not going to be foreshadowing for anything to come now, is it? But no, as I said, talking about Legendary All Schools On and the Halo Completionist guide, I did see that this level keys was very short, so as I said, I can only assume there was a skip, maybe at the start of the level, and you can just get to the end and just run out and beat the level really quickly. But then there's a level like the Truth and Reconciliation, which is sort of the well, pre-floodified version of this level, sort of like how Two Betrayals is a floodified version and a reverse version of Assault on the Control Room. But anyway, that's besides the point. That level is like an hour long. So to do Lasso Legendary All Schools On for that level is going to be an absolute nightmare. And of course what happened recently, and by recently I mean a few days ago, at the time I'm doing this post commentary, it is the 22nd of August 2026, Oh, and for reference, this play session was the 5th of August 2026. Well, Halo Studios decided to update the game, and one of the things they decided to patch was the, enabling of the super damage preset and then going to the menu, disabling it, and getting the first skull in the Pillar of Autumn and the achievement progress counts. So essentially, you can't use the super damage preset anymore because the achievement progress correctly gets blocked as they suggested it should, but I actually did discover a way that you can actually access an old version of Halo Campaign Evolved where the bug was present, and you can actually use that super damage preset and it will still work. The downside to it is you have to pretty much use the Steam version of the game, as I get consumed by the flood right there, and there's a lot of those infection forms, so James has to kill a bunch of those guys, and he's getting a hit in the anus right there by a lot more of them. So it's saying that the area is unsafe, and oh, there's a guy there. I wonder why my sort of death text is lingering for so long. Don't know why I pronounced it like that, lingering on the screen for so long. Still a lot of those infection forms can be very deadly. Trying to eat James alive, but he killed all of them, so yeah. Anyway, so as I was trying to say, that the old super damage preset thing to make stuff like legendary all skulls on easier, you can do it on the Steam version of Halo Campaign Evolved, but you have to get an old version. It is a bit difficult. Well, not difficult, it's just a bit tedious because you gotta, well, I could do a video about it, I could outline it in a guide, but I don't know, let me know what you think if you're watching this, if you want to see that, because I think it would be probably the best video of Halo Campaign Evolved I could do, and it can genuinely help people as well. But I died to something there. Could have been a needle shot to the head, it could have been a beam rifle guy, I don't know. James is literally on the verge of death. He's got like no health, and yet he's somehow survived. He must have been on like 1 HP there or something. He was really close to dying, but he somehow managed to salvage it and get me back in the game, so that was really good gameplay right there. Anyway, so I did do a video recording of me trying to do the first level of Legendary All Skulls on the Pillar of Autumn, and do it with the super damage preset enabled, and it works. So as I said, I could do a video talking about that, just how to set it up and, hopefully help people who want to sort of ease your time with Legendary All Skulls on, because at least in my opinion, the prospect of spending like an hour on one level, because it's going to be really, really difficult, does not fill me with a lot of confidence. So I think for that, having the ability to have like 2000% damage resistance and 200% shield recharge rate and stuff like that would actually be pretty useful. I'm just trying to pick something up there, I think, but too many of the infection forms in the way, just being a sort of pain in the backside. So anyway, trying to think about what other stuff there was to potentially talk about. I tried to stick the shade to it and I completely miss. It just goes way over, so sort of stick the turret in the back and blow it up, and then there's an invisi blood on top of the upside down shade turret, and yeah, a bit weird. And there's invisi blood guy in front of me. I don't know why I can't talk sometimes. It's so difficult to talk, you know what I'm saying? But no, speaking of like Halo stuff, I did want to say that me and my brother did actually go back, because in the last post commentary my brother was ill, and we did actually sort of oh yeah, there's an audio cut there as well as like in the video recording. Nothing I could do about that, my bad. Can't really fix that, sadly. But yeah, in the last sort of post commentary in the last video I said my brother was sick. He's actually feeling a lot better now, which is good. And I think yesterday at the time doing this recording, so that would have been the 21st of August 2026, we went back to finish off the schools and terminals that we needed, hence why I was able to sort of do the first level of Legendary All Skulls on and confirm that you can use an older version and the achievement progress still works. But anyway, yeah, we didn't beat the levels, mind you. We was trying to do the campaign remix without dying, just playing on normal difficulty. Bearing in mind that super damage preset thing was disabled. It was playing co-op on Xbox Series X, and as far as I know, there's no way to, you know, play an old version of this game, even through Game Pass on the Xbox Series X or on PC. And I think PS5 and the Epic Game Store, this game was even made for the Epic Game Store, was going to fall under the same category of you just have to play the most up-to-date version of the game, which is unfortunate. So the video that I'm talking about would be Steam only, so you'd have to spend £50, 50 Great British pounds, to get Halo Campaign Evolved on Steam to potentially make your Legendary All Scores On life a bit easier. And yeah, guess who's gone ahead and done it? Well, of course, because I told you I just did Halo Legendary All Scores On earlier, so yeah, this playthrough is not even going to make 50 pence in ad revenue, let alone £50. I do mean 50 Great British pounds at that, so sad times. That's money I didn't want to spend. And I'm dead to another flood wielding rocket guy. That's gotta be like the 4th time this playthrough that's happened, so yeah, imagine that, 18 deaths right there, and 4 of them were to like flood with rocket launchers, and at least James died to that guy this time, so, you know, I'm pretty sure I was pointing it out and just saying like, no, there's a guy there trying to kill him with the plasma pistol, and he was just doing nothing, and then we both died to him, so unfortunate. Hate those rocket wielding guys, man, so bad. But we're coming up to the gravity lift now. So I believe at this point we just have to kill a bunch of guys, stand near the grav lift, and then we can proceed up into the ship and then continue onwards. So yeah, we've got to rescue Captain Keyes wherever he is. If the thumbnail doesn't spoil anything, but you know, this is like a God knows how old Halo 1 is at this point. 25-year-old game or something, so you know what's coming if you're watching this. And anyway, so I really don't have that much left to say. As I said, I think in the previous part that I've sort of ran out of topics to talk about, because anything interesting that could have happened, you know, I've already talked about it, and really don't have anything to really add or sort of expand, and that's really bad to say when I'm 12 minutes into a 31-minute video and there's still like another 4 parts to go, which is going to be probably around 2 hours or so. And yeah, that's not a good sign now, is it? So I think at this point we just try to kill the blood as much as we can, but I don't know if they're infinitely spawning here or if you just have to kill the Covenant on the actual grav lift. So yeah, trying to kill a bunch of guys here. Maybe I could have cut some of this out, I don't know. I saw a shotgun there, so of course go back, get the shotgun. Really good at killing the flood. But yeah, I think one thing to say about the PC version, or at least the Steam version of Halo Campaign Evolved, it doesn't support co-op, like split screen co-op at least. And yeah, I just thought I'd point that out. So pretty much gonna have to play for that by myself, but at least with the super damage preset enabled, it shouldn't be all that bad to be able to do. So anyway, yeah, we kill the guys near the lift, so we're thinking about what to do here. I'm trying to like jump up and see if there's anything we can do. There's a bunch of blood in front of us, trying to sword them up, and there we go. I think I got teleported because James went up first. So I remember when you got into the ship in Combat Evolved Anniversary in the Master Chief Collection, there were some grunt bodies at the top of the grav lift, and they like explode as soon as you get to the top, and I got some reward points for playing this, so very nice. And guarantee 100% it's this way. It's not this way. Yeah, we went the wrong way. We have to go to this area where James is running through and where I'm running through. So, as I said, it's like the Truth and Reconciliation, just a little bit different. So, yeah, we gotta sort of get to the shuttle bay to get to, I assume, some sort of control room or whatever on the ship. Apparently that's where the captain is located. And so, yeah, don't really know what to say. Other than we just got, there's a lot of blood all over the walls and stuff. It's really nasty.
In the corners.
And
Blood are gathering
yeah,
bodies here.
bloodifying the ship as well, which is not very nice. So, how have you guys been? How have you been finding the playthrough so far? If you've made it this far, and especially if you've watched since part 1, it would be nice to know if you find the playthrough watchable or entertaining or whatnot. I know it's a bit late to be bringing this up, but as I said, if I do this sort of helpful video, that is probably going to be the best video I could do regarding this game, then, you know, let me know, obviously. But, yeah. It's just a bit difficult because I just want this to be over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want this to be over with, but then to think there's like still 2 hours to go, and I just need to like figure out something. So let's think about other video ideas, shall we? So I think something else that I haven't really mentioned, even though I think it's very important, is that I'm labelling this as playthrough number 49 on the channel. So that means the next sort of number playthrough is going to be number 50. And I plan on doing something special for that playthrough. I have a game in mind, and I think it will be a game that my audience may be interested in, so I don't know when I'm going to get around to playing it. I'll try and keep it as much of a secret as I can, because, you know, I want it to be special. As I said, playthrough number 50, it's got to be better than this garbage, right? Anyway, we end up getting to the, I think this is the hangar bay. No, not the hangar bay, not yet anyway. Don't say this is literally just downstairs from where we were. I think it is actually. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just losing the will with this, guys, I'm sorry. I know this is very invigorating and entertaining and informative intellectual commentary over this epic gameplay. And as you can see here, you get shot in the ass. Yeah, there's guys who came behind us, and James is kind of getting swarmed, so he tries to run away. So I think I'm telling him, like, just get out of there, and obviously he's not far enough away yet. He's trying to kill guys with the SMG, and he just got bapped in the face and died. So yeah, the 5th time in this entire playthrough where we're both dead at the same time. Not very good. And it's all because I got like shotgunned in the ass, and James just well, he couldn't do anything with the weapons he had. The SMG is just not good enough to kill the Floods, and he didn't run away far enough, and James is dead again. I think maybe that was a grenade or something just exploded, and they got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. No. So, I don't know, I mentioned in the past about the Destiny 2 content vault. At this point in time, I haven't done the stream that I wanted to about it. I'm honestly finding it kind of difficult to find like the right motivation to actually go ahead and do the stream. I just need to go ahead and do it, honestly. But I said I'd try and save it for a weekend, and just for context, the 22nd of August is a Saturday, so I do have the potential to do this as another sort of I have the opportunity to do it as a weekend stream, and I just died for no reason. Yep, it's nice to know that you can die for no reason in this game. I'm pretty sure that must have been a sword at least. I didn't see the sword though. And God, James is in a spot of bother again. It's like the repeat of last time, and he's getting eaten alive by floods. There's more floods there. He's got to run past them. Got to try and survive. Head back to where we came from. Reload, and there we go. I'm back. Yeah. So for this part, I've done something a little bit different. As you may have been able to tell, I've extended or tried to extend as much of the death text as possible to sort of keep things suspenseful, because as you would have saw there was a moment where we both died at the same time, and that death lasted a little bit of time, so I don't know. I thought that would make things a bit more interesting, like every time there's a death you don't know if it's going to be one where we both die at the same time or not. But yeah, there's a lot of just like boring running around and killing the floodlings and, you know, just dying stupidly. So yeah, I think we're like, where are we supposed to go? Because I don't think we can tell where the sort of nav point on the map is. I actually think there was a school down there. There's the way we need to go. But yeah, where we just were, which is like where Johnson would have sort of came into this area in Truth and Reconciliation, there's actually a like a school back there. So still stuck at 2 schools only. You need 3 to do campaign remix, so just keep that in mind. And you need to get every single school in the game to even begin Legendary All Schools on, so that's awesome. Not. And I remember this level on Legendary All Schools on when I did it in the Master Chief Collection being really painful. Just a lot of parts where you die and it's just not very fun. And definitely a ragey kind of level, this one. And I guess the reason why it was so difficult is because, at least in the Master Chief Collection version of Combat Evolved Anniversary, the foreign school was on, which means you can't use any Covenant weapons at all. And in this version, Campaign Evolved, you can actually use Covenant weapons and plasma grenades and stuff because the foreign school is not on. I think I said before as well, but you don't have the blind skull, but you do have fog and malfunction, so you have no sort of a mini-map in the top right of our perspectives. James is dead and got just sort of exploded across the room. But malfunction makes it so one random element of the HUD is disabled every time you respawn. So it could be the aim reticule, the health bar, the ammo display, the grenades count, stuff like that could be disabled. So I think when I was doing the Pillar of Autumn, it was the health bar that was disabled for me, but not the worst thing to be disabled, admittedly. So as you see, I tried to run away to help James respawn, and there we go. Just a bunch of flood followed me. I don't know if there's a sort of moment in this playthrough where there was just like a spawn, but it was a really terrible spawn. Unless that happened in sort of our private playtime when he was doing the schools and terminals. I'm pretty sure there was it might have been the campaign remix yesterday, actually, when I think about it, where it was just in a sort of tunnel like this, a Covenant corridor, and then there's just like hunters that came out and James spawned, but he was in line of sight of the hunters, and it's just so weird. Oh yeah, and there's a game bug as well. Yeah, one thing I should have mentioned as well about the patch, even though it disabled the superpower preset thing as mentioned earlier, but apparently in the old version of the game, which is what I'm trying to play Lasso on, or Legendary All Schools on with, that there's a level called Boarding Action, which is going to be part 11, and what happens is there's a bug where Johnson could get soft locked and you can get stuck. So when he was trying to go through, do all schools and all terminals, then what happened was Johnson got soft locked. And there's another sort of audio cut out there, it's a bit weird. It's only for like a split second. Don't know why that happens. But the only thing I can think of is, even though I don't really show it in my videos, but I do actually have a dual monitor setup. And one of the things that I've done with that is I've got different sort of wallpapers that I cycle between. It's actually like a 7680 by 2140 because it's like 2 4K resolution images side to side, and I made it so it looks like it's sort of constant cycling between, I think, 4 different backgrounds. But the thing is, it's like every 10 minutes when this change happens, and I think it does maybe potentially have an issue like that. So I don't know, if anyone wants to do the analysis and confirm if the gaps between those sort of audio cuts I talked about was about 10 minutes, then that would explain why it happens. So maybe I should disable that when I'm recording videos on my computer going forward. But yeah, I think that's the way we're supposed to go. I choose to go down where we would have went in Truth and Reconciliation, and obviously James just got completely destroyed right there. It's just a bunch of guys, nothing he could have done about that, unfortunately. And the Covenant, or at least those elites, were running with their backs to us. So easy kills right there. Punch the guy's body off the edge if you didn't see that. But yeah, I think all we need to do is go up that way, get to the control room. There'll be a little cutscene. Then I'll return to the post commentary to then round off the level, and then we can move on to what would have been the last level of Halo Combat Evolved, but because this is Halo Campaign Evolved, then it's a bit different. There's a bit more we have to do, so yeah, I guess I could use the opportunities during the sort of future post commentaries to sort of update my lasso progress. But anyway, yeah, Keyes there would have talked about Miranda Keyes, his daughter, and plays an important part in Halo 2 and Halo 3. So I did hear something about there potentially being like another sort of Halo 2 remaster or whatever, kind of like this, but I'm going to shut up for this cutscene because the Chief has found something. Whatever the hell this is. Maybe you can let me know what the hell this is. But yeah, as I said, I'll shut up now. Because there's going to be dialogue, obviously. But yeah, it's nasty. And what has the Chief laid his eyes on? Oh shit. What the hell happened to Keyes?
Chief? Chief!
How do we free him?
It's not him. Not anymore. The captain, he's one of them.
No. Oh, that's bad. Keyes has been consumed by the flood. He's one of them now.
We can't let the flood get off this ring. You know what he'd expect. What he'd want us to do.
Of course. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Gross and bloody. It's like he didn't even feel it. Look, he's still like moving around back there as well.
It's done. I have the code. We should go.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. God, it's all like particles and stuff coming out of him. That's just a bad way to go. But yeah, what the hell is this thing? And why is it happening here? I don't know, it doesn't make any sense. Maybe it's like a proto-grave mine or something. But anyway, at this point, we gotta get the ass out of this place. And so, we gotta kill a whole bunch of flood to be able to get the hell out of this place. So, James is looking like he's in a spot of bother. A lot of flood around him. He sees the guy's there. And he's trying to kill him and dead. He got eaten alive by the infection form right there. So now I'm thinking to myself, I've got to find a safe place to actually find, try and respawn him. There we go. Find a safe space, respawn James, get him back in the game and try to get out of here at this point. But yeah, as I said, we just got to get to that hangar bay, get the hell out of here. And I tried to go down this way thinking there'd be like a skull or terminal back here, but I think this is actually really close to where we spawn in the level as well. So that's why when I said you can beat the level in like 3 minutes, or the sort of legendary scores on videos like 7 minutes, that's the reason why you spawn like right near where Keyes is, but you just have to go the long way round normally. But I guess if you go out of bounds, then you don't actually have to spend 30 minutes trying to beat this level. But I think from what I saw as well, I just hovered over the video, but the Halo Completionists, the more video, I think there's another sort of out of bounds you can do there, so be interesting to see all the skips and tricks you can do. But I've only done the first level so at this point in time, and I kind of want to, you know, get through it. And I don't know, my audio's sounding a bit crusty at this point. I don't know why that's happening, but at least it's close to the end of the video, and there's going to be a sort of final cutscene that's going to play out. So yeah, I think at this point, let me know what I can talk about, guys. No, I'm sorry. It's just it's a bit difficult. I think I said this earlier in the playthrough, but when there's so many parts back to back to back from one another, you know, would have liked to have a bit more of a break between parts, but you know, because I want to get this done before the end of August. I've still, you know, got like 2 hours left of voice recordings to do, which I'm not looking forward to. Don't get me wrong, but something we're going to have to do, and at least for the Maw, that's the last level of the normal campaign, and for the sort of 3 bonus campaign missions, there is going to be some things to talk about in regards to our thoughts about the bonus levels as well. So, very interesting. We kind of, well, I kind of talked about it earlier, but I think at this point we can just drop down to the lower level because, you know, we're not going to take full damage. Or at least I don't think we'll take full damage. There's a Banshee. Don't know if you could skyjack it or hijack it or whatever, but we need to take it to beat the level, and there we go. So that was the level keys. Hopefully you enjoyed the playthrough part, everyone. Let me know what you think. And take care, peace out, see you later, have a great day as we zip off into the sunset. Trying to find the Pillar of Autumn for the last time. And I'll see you for the next playthrough part, which will be the Maw. Surprise! Achievement unlocked. Have a great day, everyone. See you for the next part.